Hi, and welcome to Between the Build. This is the channel that's going to focus on all those things in between the big builds. Whenever a modular comes out or a big set comes out, we get so excited about how fun it's going to be to open up and how fun it is going to be to build it. But anytime we're admiring somebody's city or admiring someone's creation, it's the little things in between the big builds that we get excited about, that we really enjoy. We have a little chuckle because it's quite funny. So this channel is really going to focus on all the things in between the big builds. We're going to have a look at all those little assets and how we can incorporate them into our big cities or our big creations and pop them in and give them a little bit of character. We're going to look at remocking a few different things, giving it a little bit of change. So my name's Sunil and I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I love Lego. I've only been into this hobby for about 3 years now, so I am still very much learning. So I thought, what was the best way to get to know me and my Lego would be to get to know my city. So I thought I'd give you a little look at what goes on in my city and what pieces I have bought, what big pieces I have bought, and give you a little bit of an idea of where I'm wanting to go with my Lego city. So come along. So this is a bit of an overall of what I have built in my collection, and I'm guessing we might actually start over here. So here we have Cinderella and her little castle. We also go into the jungle, which obviously this one I have lots of plans for, but I need the shelf space and there are other things that I'm working on, but I absolutely love this set, just all the different angles and colors and how fun it is. So it's going to be really good to incorporate in a different way than just sitting on a shelf. But yes, there's other projects to be done first. So then over here we have a castle rebrickable that was done by Brick Active on Rebrickable. And this will come out to my beach section. Lots to be done. Then we've got our little friend Central Perk, which I do love. And then again, we've got the Brick Artesian. That was the Friends Treehouse and the Encanto rebuilds. And I've just sort of added a couple of little fun things. We've got Harry having some tea and playing some cards with Hermione. We've got a bit of a back shed there just to sort of end it off well so it wasn't an edge. Then we do also have some cars, a bit of a road, and we've got my bridge, which I absolutely love. This was all of my own design and really fun to put together because I sort of knew what I wanted to do, but it was hard to explain. There's a little guy in here. This sailor's about to embark on a bit of an adventure there, I think. And yeah, and then we've got the Penguin and Harley Quinn up to no good under the eyes of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, just enjoying some ice creaming. Little do they know what's going on underneath. And then yeah, and then we've got a few more cars. We've got the Ron Weasley car, we've got the vintage car, that was one of those gift with purchases. London bus, and then we've got the corner garage, which I've seen a lot of people do some fun rebricks of this, but I actually don't mind having a garage, and I quite like the angle and that it is a corner building, so I have kept him as is. Then we've got our tuk-tuk. We've got part of our bookshop modular, which I've put up next to our art school, which again is a rebrickable of one of the Friends art school sets. And we have the Parisian, which is so fun. And then coming down, we've still got some more of my bridge, and I did this little mock. So I got this car and it was kind of half built in a bundle set that I purchased off like Marketplace or something like that, and he didn't have the front, and this was when I was very, very new to Lego, so I didn't really know how to rebuild the front, so I decided to just make it look like he's had a car accident. And like now I'd probably be able to rebuild it or find instructions how to. But I kind of like what I did there, so I'm just keeping it because it's a bit of fun. So yeah, and then we've got some street cleaners. We've got Luna Lovegood getting chased by a panda. Ice cream truck. The Boutique Hotel. Then coming around, we've also got the diner. And this is where my bridge sort of changes into the jetty area. Got the police on patrol. So obviously all of this needs to be tiled off, and I want to put a few more leaf and plant elements in there. Get to that when I get to it, eh? It's kind of how it is. So the diner, which goes into the assembly square. So this was actually my first ever Lego set, and I absolutely love it. I just think it is so beautiful, and I got it on sale, and my husband was all like, oh, that's such a good buy. Little did he know that it would turn into a few more purchases, so I don't think it actually was a great sale in the end. Brings us over to our Sanctum Sanctorum, which I had really enjoyed building this building. I really do like those sort of prettier buildings. I do think it's quite lovely. And then we come over to the other side of the bookshop, and we've got the pets and the palace, which is definitely one of my my favorites. So coming up now into Harry Potter World, which I do have a whole thing brewing with Harry Potter World. This is not going to stay like this. So we've got Hagrid's Hut, we've got the Burrow. This is a rebrickable of a couple of the different sets of Harry Potter. I had sort of bought them before I knew that I was going to go into Lego city building. Not sure if that's going to stay like that, but just for now. Then we've got Pivot Drive, and then we've got 3 of the buildings of Diagon Alley. So I actually got this on a really good buy on Marketplace. It's been one of my sets that I love and didn't actually think I'd ever be able to get because it is about to retire and it is quite expensive. So I've been going through the process of pulling them apart. So you'll see that these ones haven't been Mills plated, but this one has. So I'm pulling them apart, cleaning up the bricks and Mills plating. So the fourth building is over here on my workstation, currently being pulled apart, cleaned and Mills plated. And you can see over here as well, I have the tree, and I've also got this old school police station, which I do have some plans for, but again, so many projects, so little time. Okay, so that brings us down here, which we've just got a few of our little sets. I've got the old school Sanctum Sanctorum. I do need to pull that apart and give that a clean and Mills plate it and find a spot in the city. And I've got a few more little guys there. Now, I love this one. I know it's not a popular favorite, but I do have plans for that on my beached area. I think it would be really cool to have like a bit of a festival vibe. And I really like the minifigs. I just think they're awesome. I know they're a bit crazy, but they're a bit awesome. And then we've got the surf, which again is for this beached area, which again is going to sort of come over here. And Ninjago is going to go up there, which has no shelving yet, but we will get to that. So yeah, so that's sort of what that is. I do really like this set. It's really, really fun. And then down here, we have the bike shop again. Needs to be cleaned and modularized. And then a couple more of my Harry Potter sets. So coming back over to here, when we come down from the bridge, I've got this little parked area here. So I've got a few plans with here. This here is my first ever actual mock building, and I'm so proud of it. It's a little coffee bagel shop, so we've still got a bit more going on here. And then we've got the noodle bar, which I'm sort of turning into my own a little bit. And yeah, and then we've got a little flower market. And got a little sushi bar happening. So this has all been where the focus has been lately. So I was having some picnic with Jane. So yeah, so there's a bit going on here. So this is probably the main focus that I want to be working on. Just getting this all right and looking lovely and really live, like markety, sort of thinking Sunday afternoon vibes will be going on here. The other major project that I'm really looking forward to is with the Harry Potter world. So I do have plans of using some of the really big Mills plates and doing a whole Harry Potter world and just having it sort of blend in together and using all these guys. I know these are all open backs. I, as a city builder, actually don't mind open backs. I've got no problems with that. I actually like that you can see the inside, because I sometimes feel like with a lot of these bigger modular sets, there's these awesome interiors that you never see. And even when friends come over and want to have a look at your Lego, you're really reluctant to pull out your modular, even though they're Mills plated, pull out your modular and open up the inside and show them all the cool little couches and coffee stations and all the awesome stuff that's inside. But with these back-ended buildings, you can actually just flip them around, or with this one being an open back shelf, you can just sort of walk around and show them the cool interiors. And I really like that. Like, I do like all the interior, all the fun stuff. Like, I think it's great. Like, I know it's more for the playing, and people do like to close up their buildings, and sometimes it's done really well. Like, I'm not saying don't do it, but I just really actually like open backs. I think that's why Diagon Alley for me was such a big purchase, because that's really going to sort of open up that. So yeah, so with my Harry Potter world, I am looking at keeping it so the front of it, you are just seeing the buildings, but then you go behind and you can see lots of play, lots of fun, exciting things. So I've just recently picked up this baby. So he's still to be built. I was meant to be building him this weekend, but other things sort of got built, like Diagon Alley. And yeah, so that's sort of the last set. I've been waiting to sort of finish off this world. And then I'm going to have it so that Diagon Alley clicks into it, but isn't always with it. So yeah, so it should be pretty exciting. So basically when you see here, we've got all this bottom stuff. I am running out of room. My husband's going to be popping in some shelves across here so I can go up with my land. So I want to have like a Ninjago sort of part put up there, you know, a bit of the Harry Potter world, just to sort of fill up that spot there, because I don't really want to go further out. I kind of like that I can reach it and it'll sort of look, I like that. Like, I think that's the way I like it. Anyway, so yeah, so this is my city. So thanks for staying for this long and watching my city and having a little look. Hopefully through seeing my collection, you get to know me a little bit more and get to see what I sort of want to do with my Lego. So yeah, speaking on those shelves, my husband's going to pop a few shelves in here. I want to kind of have different worlds layering up. So obviously there's that Harry Potter world that I'm building. We're going to have like a bit of a Ninjago world, and I also want to do a Disney world. Like, I'm very excited about some of the Disney stuff that's coming out this year. The Up house in a couple of days. That's so exciting. I can't wait to get that house. So yes, that's pretty much it from me. So between the build, my name's Tenille and from Melbourne, Australia, and I'd love it if you hung out. Next time on the channel, what we're going to be looking at is this set here. It is a very small set. It's the set with the 2 otters, and they are so cute. So we're going to be opening up that set and just placing it in the city and having a bit of a play and hopefully learning a thing or two. Would love it if you came along. Okay, bye.